Hi guys, Sandy Ingram here. Welcome. You are receiving this video because about 2.5 years ago, a viewer on this channel wrote in the comment section that Iran, aka Persia, and Israel were best buddies or friends. And I remember thinking in my mind, why is she saying that? That is not true, is it? Well, when this conflict came up, and then when the U.S. entered the conflict, and then there were so many questions about the coordinates of the bombs that was released on the nuclear facilities in Iran, I said, something's not right. Let me do some research. Now, on this channel, we do not discuss religion. This channel is about making money. We might hint at meditation and prayer, but we're not here to discuss religion. However, the world's most famous book has a story that we may need to take a look at because it explains a different side of Persia, aka Iran, and Israel. So I put the video together, and I had our voice talent to do the voiceover. And I want you to take a look and a listen and think about what this viewer said, who was obviously very, very intelligent. She wrote many posts in the comment section here on the channel, and then she kind of like disappeared, so I'm hoping she's okay. But we're just catching up possibly to her level of intelligence and understanding the Middle East. And I just want you to really listen to this story. I tried to make it as interesting as possible. I know history is not your favorite subject, but take a look and a listen and let me know what you think.
The story between the Persians and the Jews goes back thousands of years to Bible times. Around 539 BCE, the Persian King Cyrus the Great defeated the Babylonians, who had earlier captured the Jewish people and forced them to live far from their homeland. Cyrus did something amazing. He let the Jews go back to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. This moment was so important that it's written about in the Bible. Because of this, the Jews saw Persia as a kind and fair empire. During this time, many Jews lived peacefully in the Persian Empire and were even part of Persian society. The Bible's book of Esther takes place in Persia and shows both kindness and danger that Jews faced while living there. As the centuries passed, different Persian rulers came and went. The Jewish people continued to live in what is now Iran, though their rights and treatment changed depending on the rulers. When Islam came to Persia in the 600s, things became harder. Jews had to live under Islamic rule and follow special rules as a religious minority. Still, they were allowed to practice their religion. And many Persian Jews held on to their language and culture. In the 1900s, big changes happened. In 1935, the country changed its name from Persia to Iran. This was done by the leader at the time, Reza Shah, who wanted the world to see Iran as a strong and modern country. Iran comes from a word that means land of the Aryans, which is connected to ancient Persian roots. Even though the country changed its name and direction, many people still felt proud of their Persian history. The biggest change came in 1979, when Iran had an Islamic revolution. The king was removed, and religious leaders took control. Iran became an Islamic republic, and life changed for everyone, especially religious minorities like the Jews. Many Jews left the country, but some stayed. Today, a small Jewish community still lives in Iran. The government allows them to have synagogues and worship freely, but they must stay away from politics and never support Israel, which the Iranian government strongly opposes. This shows the double-sided beliefs in Iran today. On one hand, they allow Jewish people to live and worship. On the other hand, the government speaks out against Israel and sometimes spreads harmful ideas about Jews. Now, even though the Iranian government often speaks against Israel. Many regular Iranian people respect Jewish history and remember the peaceful times when Jews and Persians lived side by side. There's a deep mix of feelings in Iran, some tied to ancient Persian pride and some connected to strict Islamic beliefs. This mix makes the relationship between Iran and the Jewish people complicated, but also full of history and meaning.